Hello everybody, and welcome back to my Minecraft Survival Series. My name is Naragath, and in the last episode we built this slime farm behind us. And in this episode we're going to continue working on it. We're going to go ahead, decorate the outsides at least, and possibly get the water flushing system in, and get the item collection all set together. And the other thing I really want to work on this episode is starting to get these lines functional that I have here that I want to use for input and output. So my goal is to set up at least the input and return to my furnace array from here. So let's go ahead and get some things ready. I think I'm going to go ahead and hop into a third-person time-lapse real quick and get the slime farm decorated, and I'll be right back with you guys in just a little bit. Alright, and welcome back everyone. So as you can see, a lot of work's been done. Still a little bit of work that still needs to be done. I need to mainly put in the water dispensing systems here. But I went and checked on a little collection. Collecting a good bit of the slime, so we might actually have enough to start setting that up. But anyway, like I said, I got the iron golems on all the levels. So that'll help out with the rates. And the iron golems was just there just to attract the slimes to jump off the edge. I probably could have got away with less slimes, but I think it looks better this way. So yeah, let's go ahead. Get back up to the storage room real quick. I'm going to need to go get some leaves, but that's not a big deal. I just want to see how many slime blocks I got. 41. And 19 from there, so it's enough to get started at least. So I'm going to go ahead and get a couple more things, and I'll be right back with you guys. Alright, I am back. So I went and got a bunch of leaves. Just went to the nearest birch forest and just de-leaved it. And I also got some limestone glass, so hopefully this will be enough. Let's see. there we go. That's gonna be that side of... Huh? It's doing exactly what it's supposed to do. Now, whether it's opening long enough, I don't know yet. It's gonna be something to mess around with. So, but anyway, now we just need to get it for the side, and we're good to go. Alright, and welcome back, everyone. So, it's been a little bit of time since the last recording. Shortly after the last recording, I started having some sinus issues, so... Yeah, it wasn't fun trying to record when it felt like someone had hit me with a baseball bat, so... That's part of why I didn't have an episode come out on Wednesday, but... You know, it happens. Yeah. But, yeah, that wasn't fun. With the changing weather, it's something that I have to deal with, where my sinuses act up, and unfortunately, you know, I can't tell you exactly when it's going to happen at any time. It hits me, and it hits me like a ton of bricks, so... Yeah, I would have loved to have this episode out on Wednesday, but I don't think it would have been fun to just listen to me moan and groan about how much pain I was in, so I decided to go ahead and take a couple days off, get better, and, yeah, come back strong. So, anyway, with the last clip, I'm trying to remember exactly where I left off. I was putting in the system right here. Or the slime blocks and water and all that. So as you can see, I got it all in. You may notice that it's been peeled back in some of these areas. Yeah, I hadn't taken out all the lava, which was a problem. I put it all in, and then I went AFK for, I don't know, like an hour or two. Came back to having water all over the damn place. So, yeah, that was interesting. So I had to replace rails, redstone, and all that. As well as, you know, peel back some of this area back here. So, yeah, if you ever doing a project like this, make sure you're not doing it right next to lava, or turn off fire tick, whichever. So, but yeah, it's working a treat. It's probably only been running for, I don't know, 5-10 minutes, maybe. Hasn't been running very long, so I don't expect there to be too much, because I just cleaned it up. Wow, that's a lot more than I was expecting. So yeah, I'd say it's working rather well. So, but next thing I want to work on is getting the input and output lines running for my storage system. Not only to hook up these storage for this guy, but also for my furnace array. And I'm saving these outer walls for a later time. I haven't quite decided what I'm going to do with those yet. So yeah, don't worry if they're looking kind of crappy right now. I'll change that. So yeah, these are the lines I'm talking about right here. So what I need to do is figure out exactly where they're going to go, and then I'm also going to have to totally redesign my furnace array. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to change it out to a design by Illmango. And I spent quite a bit of time trying to think of one that would work a little bit better, but yeah, no. not one that would not have its own issues. I could have some that worked, but they would like skip a hopper or something like that, so, or skip the furnace, which obviously wouldn't be ideal. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead, dig out these lines to the furnace house, and I'll be right back with you guys. Alright, and welcome back, everyone. So I have the tunnel, essentially, dug out between the furnace house and my base. So next up, I need to come up here, and I need to tear down the old furnace array. And then dig this out a few blocks so that where this input line is going to be coming in is going to come right into the top of the furnace array. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and get that dug out and torn down, and I'll be right back with you guys. Alright, just a quick progress update, everyone. I've dug out the area that I need, and a little extra, just to make sure I have enough room here. And I'm leaving that item elevator in there because I'm hoping that I'll be able to put in a system where if I'm up in the furnace room, it'll still send smelted items up there instead of back to the base. But that'll be something to tackle once I get the furnace array in, and also make sure that sending it from the base will work. So I'm gonna go ahead and get that built. Oh yeah, and before I forget, the tutorial that I'm following will be linked in the description below if you want to build this for yourself. But I'm gonna get cracking on it. I'm gonna get it built, and I'll bring you back in when it's time for an update. All right, and welcome back, everyone. So I'm just running through a quick test of the system right now, and yeah, it's working rather well. One thing I did notice is that a couple of these lit up before the rest, but it's not a big deal. None of them were skipped or anything, so I'm happy with that. Although I did put a full stack of sand in the system. That could be a problem. Question is it like locked up somewhere in one of these hoppers? It's not good. Oh, hello. Apparently I still have some lighting up to do. Yeah. As you can see, I went through and lit up the ravine a bit. Kind of starting to get tired of hearing all the moaning and groaning from the zombies. Although I'm still hearing some, but it's better than what it was. Anyway, looks like I got some debugging to do to figure out what happened here. Because I'm pretty sure I did put a full stack of glass in there. And I don't really have anything else to smelt that's on me. But anyway, the next thing to do would be to get the input lines ready to go and see if it actually works the way I want it to. So we'll be back when I have the packed ice all lined up and ready to go. Alright, and just a quick progress update. I've got most of the packed ice laid out here. Getting ready to put in the water streams. Yeah, don't have too much further to go. And what I'm going to do for this is for right now, I'm just going to have it terminate over here. I'm not going to have it actually go into the system yet. Because one other thing I want to put on is a sorter for fuel. I'm not going to sort for everything that I can smelt. It might come eventually. But for right now, I'm just going to put in a sorter for coal and charcoal. Basically, just make sure that everything I send is smeltable. So whether it's actually going to end here, I don't know yet. So I don't know if I'm going to have a... if this is going to be where it's going to drop off here, or if I'm going to move it out a little bit. I think I'm going to have to move it out a little bit so I can put in the filters. What I need to do now is start putting in the water streams. So I think I brought enough slabs. We'll see. 2, 3, 4, 8. Put a half slab there. Put water there. Should go all the way. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 8. And even if it doesn't go all the way, there should be enough momentum for the items that they'll go, well, as that torch demonstrated, they'll go all the way down. Now, what I've done is have periodic spots I put in an infinite water supply so I don't have to worry about the water. So if you're wondering how I was going to do that, that's how I'm going to do it. So I'm going to go ahead and get all the water streams in, and I'll be back with you guys in just a little bit. Alright, and welcome back everyone. So I have the water lines pretty much all set up to here. Put them up here, but that's not going to be a big deal. So what I want to do now is I want to go ahead and set up the output lines as well, because the test I want to do, well, the best way to do it is to just send something in the input and have it come back in the output. Simple as that. Not have it actually get smelted up or anything like that. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and get that set up. It's going to be exactly the same as the input line, just in the water flow in the opposite direction. So I'm going to go ahead and get that set up, and I'll be right back with you guys. Alright, and welcome back everyone. So, I've got the output light all set up, and what I'm showing you right now is this is my basic testing setup, just to make sure that everything runs the way it's supposed to. Gonna have everything that comes in the input line going to these hoppers, going to the strapper, which spits it out into the output line, which is right behind here. So, yeah, you can see right there. So let's head back to the base, and then we'll go ahead, toss something in, see what comes back. So I'm thinking it will. I think we're close enough where it's not that big a deal. I have the render setting on 20 chunks. I think that's what I have it on. Yeah, I have it on 20 chunks. So this should be well within range to be able to use that. Almost. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead, drop a sign down here, and then we'll go ahead, make sure that everything's set up. I just made sure my camera count was logged out, so that's not a factor as to whether the chunks are loaded or not. Because I don't want to have to rely on my spectator count being on to keep those chunks loaded, of course. But I suspect it's going to take, a minute or two, before it actually gets back, which is totally fine. But that also means that we're good for the system, which kind of anticipating, because, like I said, I think it's close enough that it's not going to be out of rendered distance, so it should be good. So I'll just give it another minute or so, and here we are. There it is. Zoomed right past me, but there it is. There's the sign we dropped. So that is awesome. So what that means now is I need to set up the system to put all anything that comes down there into the smelting system, whether it's the coal, the charcoal, or something I want to smelt. And then after that, I need to top all this off, so I'm not having to jump over it all the time. And yeah, I think we'll be good there. And for my first test with the smelting array, I think part of it was that I didn't put enough items in to be smelted. So that might have been part of what was the issue there. Not sure if that's the case. Well, it's something I have to deal with. Yeah. So, alright. And I need to get my shulker box. But the first thing to do would be to take this out. And let's see here. Sometimes having haste is bad. Like, really bad. Son of a... Alright. Let's see if I can get that sign. Yes, I know I'm not using an axe, but didn't bring my axe with me, so. Yeah, I guess for now, I'm gonna have that section turned off. Okay. Now, let's go ahead and get that situated. Ah, that was smart. Okay, well, I'm gonna go ahead and get everything all set up and ready to go, and I'll be back with you guys in just a little bit. Alright, and a quick progress update. I got the filters put in for the fuel. I got coal and then charcoal there. And everything else will go into a final hopper, which goes into the input for, anything that you want to smelt into the furnace. And then I have the output going to the item elevator there and up into the input line. I need to make some more droppers, and then I'll put them over the hoppers there, so, yeah, just lag a little bit, but unfortunately I'm currently out of hoppers. So, the next thing I need to do is head back over, and we'll go ahead and send some stuff out to be smelted. See what happens. I got plenty of iron that needs to be, ouch, smelted. Let's see here. I think it was this one. Oh, that has some of it. Might as well send the gold one out. Some more. And all this is from clearing out, like the slime farm and also the lines here. So I think that'll be... And I'm sure I have more than that. I think that'll be a good first start. Yeah, let's start with that. Yeah, there's the extra elytras that I got from when I went to the end. Alright, so we'll just drop them in. As I drop the coal in. Do I have any extra... Oh, we wait. See if we have any extra coal that's not in ore form. I don't see any. Looks like all the rest of it's in coal form. Or in ore form. Okay. Yes. And these are from what was already in the output. So, no reason to get excited with that one. At any minute we should start seeing some stuff coming back. Assuming everything went according to plan, of course. Okay, so I went and waited quite a while at the output line, waiting for stuff to come back. And thankfully I came over here when I did, but yeah, I have everything lining up here, going up there, and then it hits this block instead of hitting the hopper. So, I think I'm going to have to do... I'm going to have to put... And yes, I know I need to reorganize that. Need to take that block off. Which, gotta go get that, I guess. Right. That. And then hopefully this will be good. And go ahead, take those right there. Well, I guess that's kind of a good sign. And you just need to go through each one of these and see if that stone went in there. Because that's the line that they went in, was the input line. I'm not sure. Yeah, there we are. There you go. So now let's go ahead, head back to the base and try that again. So now it should be working as intended. We'll see. Here we come. Alright. That's exactly what I want to see. Awesome. So now I just need to wait for all this to stop, and then I can go ahead and hook this up to the input line of my sorter system. Be all hooked up there, and then just need to finish, capping it off with glass or whatnot, and we'll call it good. Alright, and welcome back, everyone. So, I got the output line all hooked up into my sorting system, and that was an interesting ordeal. But I did come up with a nice little circuit that I'm pretty happy with. I'm sure it's been shown before, or someone's come up before me, so I'm definitely not taking credit for coming up with it. Get out of here. Shoot, come on. This isn't your show. Go. So, anyway, in short, the circuit is a compact silent dropper, one dropper elevator design. It's pretty nice. I'm just gonna switch that out to stone brick. So, but yeah, basically the idea is that the dropper here takes a comparator output, but to that dot of redstone, puts it out to either side. This one is to lock the hopper to make sure that it doesn't put more in than one, just to to kind of slow it down to make to regulate it. And this one is just to power the dropper and throw it in. And surprisingly, it's quiet, so which I'm happy with that. Now the reason why I needed that is obviously I was one block too low here, and I could have readjusted it over here, but I decided not to. But I put another one of them here because I had to drop down this line, which is the one that's directly taking the output. But I had to drop it below this line so it wouldn't interfere with the actual sorting system, so I wouldn't have this continuous loop where items are coming in here, but down here, ad nauseum. But yeah, just to prove that it's quiet, I'm gonna go ahead and put some other brick slabs through here. You don't hear it at all. It's pretty sweet. And I don't have it's quieter droppers resource packed in or anything like that. So yeah. But yeah, that's all set up now. So now if I wanted to, I could just come over here, drop some iron ore down, and let's see here. I think I have some more. Yes, I do. Go ahead, send that up. So I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, about 5 full stacks of iron there. Go ahead, send that on its merry way. Alright guys, so that's going to do it for me for this episode. Before I go though, I do want to mention that the poll that I had up, the results are in, and for everyone who's interested, it'll be a house for each one of you. So if you're interested in participating in that, sound off in the comments down below, mention something, or you can likewise also send me a DM on Twitter or something like that, with your username. So yeah, get on that, and starting next episode, I'll start putting you guys up in there. But as it is, like I said, I'm out of time for recording this episode, so if you enjoyed it, make sure to hit that like button. If you're not already, consider subscribing, and you can follow me on Twitter to know the next time I upload. But until next time, guys, have a good one. Oh, and stay tuned for tomorrow. That might be a surprise.